Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Alex Gunz, fund manager at Heptagon Capital, to discuss the promise of the quantum computing age. Alex, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here, Jill.
You got it. Recent developments in artificial intelligence are elevating computing's potential even further, but it still can't solve all the world's problems. Quantum computing could change that. What type of solutions could it provide, and how is it different than classical computers?
AI is super exciting at the moment, but I think really to get to the next level, Jill, we do need to think about quantum computing. And really the excitement about quantum computing is all about the fact that we can do things more quickly and more efficiently in a quantum world. Think about it like this. You're going from a world of zeros and ones, which is classic computing, to a world where you can look at every possible combination between 0 and 1. So when you think about these big problems that the world is trying to solve, things like how do we allocate scarce resource in the face of a growing global population, this is what quantum can attempt to resolve.
You wrote about quantum computing in 2017. What has changed in the last 6 years?
A huge amount, Jill. There's been massive legitimization for the industry, and I'll just give you 3 pointers that really build on this. Number one would be look at the sheer number of academic papers that have been published on quantum. Last year, it was about 2,400. That's double where it was a decade ago. Talk to companies, and 1 in 5 today is saying they are investing in quantum. Go back a decade, it was only about 1%. And actually just go on the web, look at cloud computing environments, and there will be quantum applications, quantum units that even you or I could potentially trial today.
Are companies already leveraging quantum computing, and do you think it will replace traditional computers?
I would say the answer is no to the second part and yes to the first part. So are they going to replace traditional computers? No, I think you have to look at it as a complement. Just as AI can allow workers to be more productive, quantum can allow companies to be more productive. And yes, we are seeing examples of this occurring today. You take many different industries, whether it's someone like Boeing in aerospace, whether it's Daimler in cars, whether it's businesses like JP Morgan and Goldman looking at trading optimization. Quantum is actually happening today.
How big is the quantum computing market, and what are some listed pure plays? Who do you think are going to be the winners?
How you define the market today really depends on who you ask. But I think what we can see is probably a couple of $1 billion are being invested at least every year annually into this market. You take consultant reports and the market could be anywhere between $60 billion and $120 billion in size by the end of this decade. You've got the big players like IBM and Google doing quite a lot in the quantum space. You've got the emergence of a few pure play companies like Arkit, D-Wave, and so on, but none is actually making any money today.
What does the startup environment look like?
It's a super exciting and vibrant startup environment, not just in an obvious geography like the US, but also in the UK, in Israel, in Switzerland. And in some ways, if you take a step back, think about it like this. You really need the whole computing architecture or stack, if you will, to be rebuilt. So we're talking here about hardware, about software, about programming languages. So really you are seeing a whole ecosystem being built or rebuilt, if you will, from the ground up.
And finally, Alex, when do you think we will officially be in the quantum computing age?
That's a wonderful question, and it really depends who you ask. I mean, the way I'd frame an answer to it would really be as follows. We're probably at peak AI hype at the moment. Quantum's there happening in the background, is growing in importance every day, every week, every year. So we're arguably in the quantum age already. It's just that we don't know it yet.
All right, Alex, appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.